corn mazes in the fall. This is everything you need to know about corn mazes in the East Tennessee area. We are going essentially from like the North City area, so west of Knoxville to about Strawberry Plains, and then to Sevierville. So if you are in the Knoxville area, this is your guide to corn mazes in the fall. All right, it's only appropriate that we start with the OG of corn mazes in the Southeast. This is not even a joke. This guy, his name is Bill Schmidt, and he is part of Maple Lane Farms. He is the original, it's a 5th generation farm. The farm started in 1896. He had this idea to do, like, he was selling pumpkins, and he's like, well, what if we also had a corn maze? And he coined the term. I don't know if he actually coined the term, but he says in this, there's an article from the Knoxville News Sentinel from 1999 where he says, I call it agritainment. And essentially, yeah, so it's the oldest, not only is it the oldest like corn maze in Tennessee, it's the oldest in the Southeast. So he's the first to do this mega corn maze agritainment situation. So shout out to Bill Schmidt. You're a genius. So cool. Check out the picture of like the article from 1999. It's super cool. So as I said, it's Maple Lane Farms, the original mega corn maze for Tennessee, but also the Southeast. This corn maze starts in September 23rd, and runs through the end of October, so October 29th. They also have a haunted corn maze option, which I think is so cool. But in general, activities include corn maze, animal exhibit, which I think means like, you know, feed the animals, whatever. A jumping pillow, which a lot of these actually have those, where it's that big like fluffy thing. Large size sand play area, which some places have corn boxes instead of sand boxes, which I think is interesting. We'll get to that. They have hay rides, pumpkin patches, hay rides, etc. So this is kind of your traditional plus some fun. Corn kernel pit, pedal cart racetrack. Okay, so they've got all kinds of cool stuff. Now, I do think that they did say on their website that this year they have, what's new is a photo booth. They have face painting, campfires, barn store, fall decorations, and Halloween items. You can also get private party tents to reserve. You can get straw bales, corn stalks, mums, all for the fall. And in terms of pricing, so the corn maze itself is $12 for 12 and older, which is pretty on par. Most of these for like a corn maze is anywhere from 12 to 15, it seems. But then you can also do like, there's some different pricing for weekdays, weekends, and then if you want to add on things. Pumpkins are $6. So Maple Lane Farms, the OG of the mega corn maze business in the Southeast. So cool. So that is located in Greenback. So if you are a West Knox person, Maryville person, Lenoir City, Loudoun County, Carnes, Oak Ridge, like Greenback is going to be probably your closest. So Maple Lane Farms, check it out. Look on Google Maps, but it's in Greenback, which is just past. It's kind of like Maryville, Greenback, Lenoir City, kind of in that way. Next up is Deep Well Farms, which is located in Lenoir City. It includes a corn maze, a pumpkin patch, a hayride, wagon trails, all kinds of playground stuff. They even have frisbee golf. They've got tons of like activities, and then they have tons of pricing options. Now, I will say this, Deep Well Farms is cash only. They say it multiple times across their website. They also say that you have to have shoes on while you're in the corn maze. Who's walking around barefoot in the corn maze? Oh, also, by the way, the other one that we just talked about, Maple Lane, on their website, they say no smoking in the corn maze. Come on now. Who would freaking smoke in the corn maze? Anyways, that's not the point of this video. It's not time for me to go on a rant about people's poor decisions. Because, you know, I've made poor decisions too, but I haven't been smoking in a corn maze, okay? Anyways, whatever. Okay, Deepwell Farms, all kinds of activities. Lenore City. They've got a $13 option, a $15 option, which is pumpkin patch and hayride. They've got a $22 option, which is everything. They have stuff for the littles, like this little wagon train. You know those things like you see it at Disney World or at Dollywood where it's like one train, but like little carts for the little people. $5. When I say little people, I mean like the small children, right? They have tons and tons and tons of activities. If you go to their website, it just rattles it off. So this is everything like on their website rattled off. So when you get the pumpkin patch ticket, it includes everything. So you can get a corn maze and pumpkin patch with hayride. Okay, so then you get all this stuff. You get the farm animals, pigs, ducks, chickens, goats, geese. I was about to say cheese. No, geese, donkeys and horses, 2 miniature horses, Magic and Belle. Okay, there's a new Megatube slide, a new gopher tunnel, new pots and pans musical area, new rock climbing, hayloft, stationary farm tractor for interactive play, mega slides, tube slides, rope wall, monkey bars, tire swings, tire pyramid, twister ride, picnic area, pavilion, duck pond. Lots of room to run and play, football and basketball toss, tug of war, tightrope, bamboozler, I don't know what that is, tetherball, frisbee golf, and calf roping. So if you, in your dreams, want to be like Yellowstone, you can go there. Again, that is Deepwell Farms. They seem to be one of the places with some of the most activities. There's another one we're going to talk about in a second, but Deepwell Farms seems to be the most in terms of like all the stuff to do. Again, they are cash only, so just keep that in mind. Pumpkin patch, hayride. Most of these in general offer a corn maze and a pumpkin patch and a hayride. They don't have those three things. It's probably not ideal. They're not gonna have enough options for all the things, right? You're gonna be there for like, you know, not that long, especially with littles, because I don't really know how long a little child would last in a corn maze. I just imagine that's like a 5-minute adventure and then you're done. Like you have to have other activities. So those are my thoughts on that. They run starting end of September 23rd, and then September 30th, and then all through October. So there you go. Next up, we have Oaks Farm in Coryton. This one is 23 years and going strong. They offer corn mazes, pumpkin patch, hayride, critter corral where you can feed the animals, 3 acres of sunflowers and zinnias. Someone's gonna murder me for how I'm saying that. I think it's is it zinnias? I think it's zinnias, not zinnias. Zinnias, sunflowers and zinnias, I think. They also have a photo op. They have a general store. They got fall decorations. And the big feature on their website is food, which makes me think that it must be great. They have taken great time and attention. The fact that it is on their website and it even has its own tab, the food. So, they have apple cider slushies. Oaks Farm, you know what to do. You know what you're doing. They have a corn box, which is like a sandbox with corn, slides, hayride, etc. They also start the 2023 season the last weekend in September, so September 23rd for 2023, and they also run through the end of October, October 29th. Okay, never mind. I need to stay on track. They seem to be the most like in terms of, let's talk about food. So if you're a food person and you like that kind of vibe, I would say that is a good option for you. And again, Oak Farms is located in Coryton, so that's like North Knox, near Halls. This would be a great option for Halls, Powell, even South Knox I think is easy. Strawberry Plains, obviously Jefferson City, Morristown, whatever. Although there is one in Jefferson City and one in Strawberry Plains that we're gonna get to. But they do have the sunflowers and the zinnias. So I think that's a little standout. There's only one other one here that has that. 3 acres of sunflowers and zinnias, which I'm sure it's beautiful. Oh, and they have apple cider slushies. That's not hard, okay, next up in Jefferson City, we have Echo Valley Farms. And this place is cool because it has been a farm since 1896. Like it's a farm. Same as Bill Smith with Maple Lane. Originally started as a farm and he thought, let me add this on. So similar kind of story in the sense of like it's a family farm that then added this on. The comment was that they added this back in 2007 to supplement income during kind of hard economic times. So they've been a farm since 1896, 5 generations and counting that have been involved in this family farm, this Echo Valley farm, and they have a corn maze. So that's 15 acres, 3 large mazes. Again, they are in Jefferson City. They start sooner. They start September 16th. So like middle of the month, and they go into November, the first weekend in November. They've got a playground, they've got a discovery barn, free parking, 2 and free or under, where some of these one and younger are free. They have a $20 like works option, which includes the maze, the hayride, the playground, niblet train, which I guess is like animals while you're on the train and you're feeding them, animal feed, and free parking. This is another one that has like, the more you dig into their website, the more you're like, oh wow, they have a ton of things. Like kid maze, haze ride, outdoor playground, zip line, pumpkin cannon, picnic area with grills, refreshments, evening bonfires, kids niblet train, which talked about pumpkin picking, corn shucking, animal feed for the petting zoo, indoor nice clean restrooms. You know what's funny? No one mentioned that except Echo Valley. Indoor nice clean restrooms, which there's something to be said for that, because I'm a little high maintenance and I really dislike porta potties, like very bad. They also have a discovery barn, which would be great for the kiddos, which includes a petting zoo, 60-foot tunnel slide. They have a loft play area. So if you go to their website, you can see kind of all the stuff that they have. But I love that they said on here, clean bathrooms. Shout out to Echo Valley Farms, Echo Valley Corn Maze, which is part of Echo Valley Farms. You know what I'm saying? In Jefferson City. Super cool. Super cool. And they have different pricing options as well. I'm not seeing anything here about cash only. They have a brochure on their website that kind of lays everything out. Okay, next up, Ballinger Farms. Ballinger Farms is super cool because if you go to their Facebook page, they have an aerial view of this year's maze, which is like a dino. They're calling it, our 2023 maze is Dynamite, and it's like this dinosaur theme, like with a T-Rex, and there's like a velociraptor, and what's the one with the horns? That remind me of like elephants. Like I think they're not that mean, whereas like a T-Rex is obviously mean. Anyways, in my dinosaur experience, you know? So Ballinger Farms, located in Jefferson City, across from Cherokee Dam. So that's kind of like the outskirts of, not outskirts, but how could I say this? I mean, it's outskirts of Jefferson City itself, but it's like just, you come from Knox County down 11E, you take a back road, boom, 2 back roads, and boom, you are at the Cherokee Dam. So that's a pretty good location. They start the last weekend of September and go through the first weekend of November. Again, these are 2023 dates. I don't know if I'll do a 2024 one. I guess we'll find out. TBD. But Ballinger Farms is in Jefferson City. They have corn maze, pumpkin patch, hayride, petting zoo, kind of all the similar stuff. Large slides. Check out their website. Go to their Facebook page. Actually, because it seems to be pretty active. The fact that they have that aerial view of this year's corn maze, I think is super cool. Their website includes their hours, you know, Thursdays through Sundays, different times to go. So certainly something that you want to check out. I just think it's cool that they have that view of the thing. And then this is another one that they only take cash or check. So again, Ballinger Farms, cash or check. They do not take debit or credit cards at this time. So cash or check. Basically, bring your cash, okay? It's like going to the fair. Bring your cash. Next up, we have Mayfield Farms, which this one's a little bit further out, but I went ahead and included, I forgot that I included this. This is in East Athens. This is like a traditional, typical, they've got pumpkins, hay rides, blah, blah, blah. But then also, they do mention their food. They mention their barbecue, and they mention Mayfield ice cream. They don't say anything about apple cider slushies, but the fact they mention their food makes me think that Mayfield Farm Park probably has some good food options. They also have on their website a very cool overview of everything you can have. And this one, based on their website, I've not been to this one, seems like the most friendly for all ages in terms of activities. And here's why I say that. Because, first of all, they've got 3 corn mazes. They also have sunflowers and zinnias that you can pick. They have a pumpkin patch, all that. They've got a zip line, they've got a jumping pillow. So they have all that stuff. But they also have hay bale dodgeball. They have human foosball. Those are like adult activities, or maybe I'm just like a kid at heart. I think that's like would be so fun. Like I could see Shay and us, like there's more of us. Shay and myself, maybe some friends, whatever, playing human foosball, and you know, I would win. Okay. They also have corn box. They have hillbilly pig races. That's what I'm saying. But if you go to their website, they have this awesome graphic that shows all the stuff. So I think it could be a really, really good option. So that was in Athens. That might be a fun one. Like if you're traveling to Nashville or something or whatever, it might be a fun place to stop, do an activity, or meet some friends between Nashville and Knoxville. Maybe you have friends between, and it could be a good option. Although Athens is a much shorter drive from Knoxville. So you are hashtag winning, okay? Don't tell your friends that. They'll figure it out when they put it in Google Maps. Okay. Next up in Greenback, we have Hyde Farms. And this farm was started in 1978 when Mitchell Hyde began his farming business, and he started with raising cattle and pigs, and then this grew into harvesting vegetables and fruits. And so now the farm itself is over 1,500 acres, and they offer a corn maze experience and option in the fall. They run pretty much the month of October. And then their prices seem to be a little bit cheaper. $5 for the playground, Friday and Saturday. You've got a $10 corn maze and hayride. So pumpkin patch, corn maze, playground, corn pit, and then some other options. This seems to be like the cheapest option, but also Greenback not that far, or one of the cheapest options, I should say. They do have a website and a Facebook page, so go check that out. That was Hyde Farms in Greenback. If we go completely the opposite side of town, more east, in Sevierville, we have Kyker Farms. And Kyker Farms, I actually drive by it quite often, out looking at properties, etc. And we have some friends that live on Douglas, and so this is kind of back up in there. So that location is super convenient for anybody, Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, etc. Like if you're gonna be out there doing the tourist thing, like if you're not going to Dollywood to the harvest, then you got to go to Kyker Farms, or maybe you go to both. Probably not the same day. You know what I'm saying? So this one is cool because the Kyker Farms itself has been in agricultural production for 213 years. That is 9 generations of farmers. How cool is that? I just think like the family legacy of that is so cool. They offer mazes, they offer pumpkin patch, tunnel slide, straw crawl, corn tub, I don't know what that is, swings, corn cob swing, corn hole. They have all kinds of like K. They're on to the K with the corn and the alliteration. Kyker's Critter and Educational Barn, Kyker's Corn Hopper, which is a bouncing pillow, the Beeline, which is a zip line, track, farm facts maze, bonfire sites, and concessions. So that one again is a little more on the cut and dry. We are a corn maze and we have some additional activities. They run about $14.50 for just general admission for adults, and they run end of September 30th to October 31st. Check that as well, whatever year you're watching this. But Kyker Farms, they're in it to win it because they've been doing this for a long time, and they're a 9-generation farm, 213 years. How cool is that? Next up is Walnut Springs in Strawberry Plains, and of all if you just want a cut and dry corn maze, this is the place to go. They've got a pumpkin patch, corn maze, sunflower field. They have that jumper thing. People are into this pillow jumper thing. It says spiderweb and giant yard games. That's cool. So if you can go kind of check out their website. But what they do mention about their maze is that it has 10 checkpoints and 2 entrances and exits. So one maze, pretty cut and dry. Strawberry Plains, great for Jefferson City, Morristown, East Knox, South Knox, Coryton, Halls, Powell, all that area. That's not too far. So that's another great option. All right, that concludes our corn maze tour of corn maze options in the East Tennessee area. Check out the overview so you can see, like, this is prices, this is when they start, who has sunflowers, who has all the things, corn maze, hayride, pumpkin patch, plus. So I would love to hear about your experiences going to local corn mazes this fall, or maybe in the past or in the future, depending when you're watching this. Anyways, I'm Haley Jones. If you would like more content about what's going on in the East Tennessee area, please subscribe because I would love to share it with you, and I will see you on the next video.